I would describe this map as let's say a minimalist testing and shooting range map. It is, I initially set it up or I started building it on a real map. I think it was on Altis, but all of the like the flora and the fauna and the map features got in the way. Even if you used game logic objects to clear them out, there was still like tall grass and shit in the way. And I decided to just do away with all that crap and build it in a VR map. I want to say the first version was a couple of hours, and then as fresh ideas came along, I went back and added pieces to it. I think the launcher range was an afterthought, but I mean I added that in just a few minutes. The shoot houses were definitely like a phase 2 kind of thing, and they took about as long to build as the rest of the map combined. It was the rifle range, and that was kind of the whole purpose of the map. Was I had always wanted the ability to easily check the zero on different guns and their ballistics and target hits versus expected target hits, just because I wasn't sure how realistically Arma implemented ballistics. So I wanted to check kind of point of aim versus point of impact at different ranges for different calibers and all that good stuff. Yeah, I actually ended up finding a script that did that, and it's just a really simple script that uses the on hit event on the target objects, and where it detects the hit, it just places a small sphere object. It definitely, the spheres, like the hit tracking, was really important, because honestly, I mean, shooting at long distance targets with rifles in that game is frustrating because half the time you can't tell where you're hitting or what you're hitting. So that's one of the reasons why, if you notice on the 1,000-yard targets on that map, they're all set up on this big cube, this big structure to prop them up in the air, and I enabled the same hit tracking on that thing. So if you're even if your rounds are dropping down below the targets, you can still see where they're hitting, so you can get on target relatively quickly. It gives you a lot of feedback that you otherwise don't have. There are actually some pretty cool like VR specific assets too, like vehicles and stuff, but I wanted to use the real ones for the launcher range, so you got a more sense of realism. The only other thing I would say is, in real life I'm a big handgun shooter, and for the longest time I hated handguns in Arma. I thought they were garbage because I couldn't hit anything with them, and it turns out Arma just does a really good job of simulating the difficulty of shooting handguns, because shooting handguns on the move is damn near impossible. It's very, very difficult. So I built that shooting range and put some of those hit marker targets in it to really test out exactly how movement shifts point of impact and how the sight alignment changes as you lean and all that good stuff. And it's really helped me with the handgun shooting a lot. I built this map as a single player map, and I want it to be that. It's a utility, it's a tool that you can load into and use to test out guns and solve problems, but it carries so much value as a multiplayer map that I'm torn between building multiplayer specific functions or keeping it compatible as just a single player map. So I think I'm just going to end up publishing 2 versions probably.